Hello, hello, hello. We are back. We are back. We have a lot more to talk about. I'm sorry we've been gone for a while.
Hmm.
We've had a lot of attention taken away from us and our studio taken away from us.
Yeah.
Um, but that's okay. We came back to the old
Hmm. For now.
and we're happy,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And so we have a lot to talk about because we haven't.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's crazy. You just showed me how we are top listed as exposing.
DSS in South Carolina. Yep. You type us in on DuckDuckGo, we're second in line. We're actually right below social services. It's kind
Yep.
of funny how it lined up.
Oh boy. But anyway, well, that's our contribution. We're doing our part.
Yeah.
I want these people caught. I don't, right now we're going through a lot. Everybody's going through a lot. My brothers, sisters, I know you're going through a lot. There's a lot of hypocrites out there, really bad hypocrites. There's a lot of, what do you call it? God complexes, yes. People that know better, they are better because they have God. Yeah, no, that's not God.
Mm-mm.
No,
Mm-mm.
no, we're all one. We all should love each other. We all should be. I mean, God resides in each and one of us. There is not one that's better than the other. So if you've got that complex, this show is not for you. But
Is that the disclaimer? A new one?
a
New
disclaimer, yeah.
disclaimer?
If you don't get it and you haven't awakened uh, to how it really is,
Yeah.
this show might tick you off. Or my brother with a lot of sounds.
You can edit that, right? Oh.
Uh, okay, so
So
anyway, we're going to start off with a prayer
Hmm.
and then we'll get going and talk about everything that we need to get off our chests, rant, whatever we got to do.
Hmm.
Whatever
Trying
we
to catch
gotta
up.
do. Yeah. Okay. So, my dear Heavenly Father, I please, first and foremost, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all the wonderful blessings. And I bless you and all your creation. Please, Heavenly Father, look out for all our brothers and sisters everywhere. Things are really hard for them. Help us all share and be able to send love to each and one of us out there because we are all together in this. Where we go one, we go all.
Hmm.
Heavenly Father, help us with all of it. With every mother that's hurting out there that lost her child, every father, every person that's getting attacked by IRS or just a huge leftist. Help us all. Help us all see the way and to get along and bless one another. Thank you. I ask all this in the name of Yeshua.
Amen.
Okay, so we have some stuff to show you. We were going to start off with the CDC, but apparently CDC deleted a lot of things that they've said.
Recently, yeah.
Yes, where it wasn't.
A lot of news
I
stories
should have
covered it.
Yeah, I wish I should have taken the snapshot. You know how you can snapshot on your
I
phone?
tried looking too, see if anyone else did. Yeah.
But they took it
They
off.
probably deleted it, yeah.
They took it off. Certain stuff. So it's not worth talking about because I can't. I only have hearsay. The evidence has been
Right.
taken away. So, but we have a lot to talk about when it comes to CPS. So here we go. We have a nice little video.
Yeah, it's like a 2-minute clip. Just kind of introducing some stuff that's been circulating. Obviously, CPS is being exposed a lot more. So we thought to kick it off, we'd start with this quick 2-minute video, but it has a lot of information in it. So
Yes.
The states are taking children, giving them to somebody else for money that they get from the federal government. That means that all 50 states are involved in government-subsidized child trafficking. It's a ring. It is the largest and most pervasive child trafficking ring in the history of the world by sheer money and numbers.
Children are seized unnecessarily from their families due to the federal aid entitled the Adoption and Safe Families Act.
It was put into law in 1997 by Bill and Hillary Clinton, and I said it that way on purpose. And it is a law that literally steals money from the Social Security Fund and gives this money to the states in order to incentivize them to kidnap babies.
To receive the adoption incentives or bonuses, local CPS must have more children. They must have more merchandise to sell.
Every child, once you've added it all up, is worth approximately $1 million to the state. But we've been told that this is a $60 to $80 billion a year industry, meaning the federal government is taking $80 billion a year and giving that money to all of the 50 states to kidnap children.
Parents are victimized by the system that makes a profit for holding children longer and bonuses for not returning children to their parents.
But their own statistics state that 83% of all children who are taken by CPS, Child Protective Services, are for unsubstantiated allegations, meaning never should it have happened in the first place. So that imagine anything else in the world where you know you get it wrong 83% of the time and you admit it, but you just keep doing it.
Case workers and social workers are often guilty of fraud. They withhold and destroy evidence.
Okie dokie pokies. So
we got that clip off of Cosmic Light Force off of Telegram,
yes,
which
we'll send you the link.
Yeah, they were one of the ones that shared it. It was also tied in someone that was trying to talk about Bonnie and David Straight, who are also trying to fight CPS, exposing CPS. They're all on Telegram. You can look them up too, but they have a lot of statistics, a lot of videos and articles coming out about their experience. David's done seminars exposing lawyers, CPS, all of it. But that was a clip that they had shared, and I'm sure there's more of it circulating. There was another 7-minute clip that they shared that has to do with CPS, the statistics and everything.
What a way to take our money, huh?
And that's the thing people don't understand. It is one of the biggest businesses of America. Is human trafficking through DSS.
And there's big business in also giving people jail time.
Oh yeah. I
They,
mean,
what does Lindsey Graham make? Every person in South Carolina that goes
I was
to jail.
told from a friend of mine who, I will leave his name out of it, who actually went to jail. It was a first-time offense for him for drugs. He was selling drugs, and they gave him federal prison. He was at one of the highest levels. And he found out through jail, through his cellmates, that Lindsey Graham gets at least $45,000 for sending him. And he had political friends. And he reached out to his political friends because it had to do with Lindsey Graham making money. They turned him down. They lowered his sentence for how long he had to be in. But regardless, Lindsey Graham still got $45,000. Like I said, my friend wants to be named, doesn't want to be, don't shake the table. But, and there's a lot of, and we have statistics for you. I have one that I can read. It's off of, just briefly, it's off of a website called pjmedia.com. And just one story they came out with, in 2012, now this is 10 years ago, Connecticut rescued 88 children from a sex trafficking ring. 86 of those children were from the welfare system. 86. I mean, the numbers, and they were as young as 11 years old. So who's watching the children? Who's doing all this? And how the children even get involved? And what money?
And do you know, they do not allow people. My sister tried helping. She was a, what was it?
Guardian ad
Guardian
litem.
ad litem. And they literally took away all her cases because she found that one counselor was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing with the child, bringing him to the movies. And then all of a sudden they said, oh, well, we don't need your help anymore. Because obviously she was catching him. See, when we want to help and we want some of these kids, to foster, they make it so difficult. They make it impossible for the foster care. For anyone that wants to. What are you giving your money to? Did you ever think about it? So many of these facilities get so much money, but look at how much money they take. How much money do they take? They're taking from your Social Security.
They just said it.
How does that make you feel? my older folks.
That was back with Bill Clinton. I mean, you do the math when he was president. How long? That's been known of. I mean, I've talked to someone recently, and she's told me, listen, sex, this is not anything brand new. It's just that social media is helping bring this to light. But it's about time, now that it's been brought to light, people actually wake up and do
now
something.
what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? We need to get together. We need to fight this.
I just had a conversation with someone today, and she was telling me, we were talking about this whole system, and she's like, yeah, it is a nationwide problem. I'm like, so what do we do? What do we do? And she goes, well, no one wants to do anything about it. That's great. People always say, well, you got to pay more taxes. I'm sorry, that's bullshit. Because if you watch where our taxes go, like county council here in Horry County, follow our, see how much they are building.
Oh, I knew already from Connecticut. Well, they all have credit cards. Did you know that? They all have little credit cards with your taxes on them.
Do you read the bills that are passed? Biden just passed the Inflation Reduction Act the same day our stock market crashed. And did anyone read to see how much Pelosi got off of that, or Schumer?
You do not have to be wicked smart.
Nope. Read.
All you have to do is just focus on one little thing that you want to make a difference. Stop sending your money over the mail, because most of these facilities, come to find out, are helping trafficking. They're helping, okay, through their basements of the churches.
Oh, yeah.
If the church doesn't admit that God resides inside you, if they don't admit your worth, not sit there and just talk about hell, not sit there and just talk about all the sins you do.
Yeah.
Okay? If they do not state how much you mean to God and what you really mean, then they are not a good church. They're not a church even.
No.
Because church resides in you. You do not need to go into a building.
I mean, if they can get you to focus on your sins and all your issues and give you that that mental complex, it takes your attention off of what they're doing behind the scenes.
That's
You're not
right.
going to care because you feel so
They
condemned.
want you weak. They want you weak. They don't want you strong. You have emotions, so that those emotions can make you so strong over things. And really, it needs to be where we all get up and start making a fuss.
And you know, I was told a couple of years ago, because when we started getting
peacefully,
involved in all this,
let me hold on. Let me say that, because we know how our leftists, or people that are psychotic,
the
will
never Trumpers,
sit there and make it out like, oh, I'm asking for fighting. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's a fight spiritually, but we can peacefully with our hands. It all it takes is to expose the evil and speak the truth and make sure the truth gets out. There's so much going on. Your taxes are not being used properly at all. Yeah. So, that's not a good answer. Oh, nobody's doing anything about it.
Well, like I said, I was told a couple of years ago that you have to start off local. Like when we first started being introduced to all what human trafficking is and the DSS and all the corruption with family court, I thought it was nonsense. I'm like, start off locally. I'm like, that's not going to get you anywhere. Until we started getting involved locally, and we've started causing a lot of attention towards the issue.
Well, you have to. Yes,
you have to start local. And people think it's not going to get you. No, it does. We've put 2 years of being public about this. And it's actually gotten us far. I mean, it's insane on how much of a difference and the impact you can make. When you walk into a room and they recognize your face, you're making a difference. When you walk into a room,
even though
you're
they
hated,
can't stand you.
Let's say, if you walk into a room and there's people that hate you, you're doing your job. I was just at a meeting recently for Horry County where the GOP party resigned. I was there for that meeting, so if you have any questions, feel free to contact us, because me and my brother-in-law were there firsthand to see the whole thing. And the people were all resigning one after another, and everyone's yelling and booing them, whatever. And I said, you know what? If you're not being hated and being attacked, you're not doing your job right.
Well, see, don't scare them, Katie, because this is the problem. No one's getting involved because they're scared for their own ass.
They're comfortable. That's what I said, too.
That's right. They don't want to give up their comforts.
That's what I said.
And it doesn't help. It doesn't help that the people who are fighting for the good, and they are fighting for these children or for just making the right decisions. It doesn't help that you get slammed. Our friend, they want to arrest him. For what? For speaking the truth. They're coming out
For
with
defending your rights.
Yeah.
And making known what your rights
Yeah.
are. And now he's got a lawsuit on him, and now they're suing him for millions. They want to arrest
And
him. I mean,
anytime
it's
you
for nothing.
anytime you say a constitution, they said get off that.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being ridiculous. These are the answers we get. So that doesn't help. I have a lot of compassion for people. I am asking for help from people, but I do have compassion because I see what they are doing to people who are trying to stand up for others. But I always say at the end of the day, what do you want your tombstone to say?
Your obituary,
Just
yeah.
lay there? You're laying there? That's it? What did you do? I like the quote from Rambo. You got to die for something, not for nothing. So anyway,
I like Transformers. No sacrifice, no victory.
I'm older.
Yeah. But there is a so if you want to, I mean, one place that we ask, we've run into recently, if you want to help on a local level, I don't know where you are watching this, you can be anywhere across the country, but every town needs help.
That's right.
This place is called engagingminds.info. They're out of Conway, South Carolina, and Myrtle Beach. South Carolina, I forgot where we were for a second. South Carolina.
Just because we've been everywhere.
It's been so crazy these last few months. But this is all about human trafficking. And they are serious. I have seen stuff that they've gotten involved with. They've talked, they go to bikers against child abuse, who's also approached me. They're very serious about what they do, but you can get involved, what they're about. You can donate. It's just get involved, make a donation, and just showing your support. They are building homes for people that are trafficked. They're not going to tell you where or when, but they are making homes. They are doing busts. They are taking these people down. Obviously, the news won't cover it, but if you talk to these people firsthand, they give you the information and what they have
I know.
done.
What was the last bust here?
The one in North and South Carolina, there was 87 children recently
They are
saved.
still working, yeah. They're still busting around here, yep.
Yep. So they are working. You're just not going to hear about it on Fox. You're not going to hear about it on Newsmax, or wherever we are.
And never in my life, okay, first and foremost, I want to make sure everybody gets to write this. Where is the other pages? There's nothing. Get involved. Here we go. Because you know what? I know that a lot of us are running out of money. I understand. I so understand, babies. I have so much compassion for all of you. I mean, I hear you. I hear what Katie's saying with, get out, stop. And yeah, people do not want to give up their comforts. But if you could just get involved that way, volunteer, ask them what they can do.
How can you help?
How can you help?
Mm-hmm.
There's different ways.
Yeah, not everyone's a fighter. Some people are just born differently. Some people.
That's right.
Some people are financially blessed where they can donate finances. Some
Yes.
people are really good with working with their hands and working with trafficked victims. Us so happen we're just fighters in this family, so I'm not used to.
Correct.
But we're used to. We're used to being stabbed for you. We're used to getting hit with the arrows. So you guys can do your job. We do ours. We'll take the arrows for you. We don't mind being on the front line.
Yeah, and not everybody is that way, but there's other things that you can do.
Yeah.
To help with that, and it's anywhere you can help, anywhere. Just find a way. By you not giving your money out just to anybody, okay, and going downtown and finding somebody to help. Do you know how that's such a rewarding thing? I mean, why is there why are our veterans on the streets?
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Why?
And you look at them like bums and you don't even know their story.
Why are common folks going to the street losing their homes right now? Who's got the money? Who's making money? Who's got money? Who's got a lot of money?
Yeah, I can name some. But I
So
won't.
why? What is going on? You need to ask yourself and get involved in some way. And it doesn't have to be um, through money. It just other ways.
Mhm.
But research. Do your research. See what you can do. For instance, you know, you can file a civil suit.
Yep. Very simple. $150 at the courthouse.
Yes.
Mhm.
Bottom line, you know what? People want to sit there
Depending
and
on your state.
yeah, depending on your state.
Yeah.
Right, that's this state. But people want to keep naming off your name out of
Yep.
out their mouth. Nothing nice. That's right here, right there. Defamation.
Mm-hmm. All you need is on the internet, or they're saying it to somebody else. That's it. Defamation's not just social media. Everyone says it is. It's not.
But you can't just let people.
Stomp all over you
No.
and trash you and ruin your reputation.
You
I
got to
mean,
look in the mirror and say, first and foremost, you got to love yourself, and you are worth way more than someone just going and stomping on you. We got to fight.
Yeah.
Find your niche, and the best thing you can do is believe, right?
Yeah.
What did Jesus say? Believe,
That's it.
right? Believe.
Faith without deeds.
All of this research is out there. Why in the world do people are like closing their eyes? Don't. That's the worst thing. At least believe and open your eyes to this
Yeah.
so that you don't get put in fear into something else. So they brainwash you. Every time you watch regular TV, they're brainwashing you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then you just don't want to hear it or see it. Chris, cut it out.
Well, I was gonna try to flip the screen.
I don't care.
But I mean, look in your local levels. There are groups out there. Whether if you're in a small town, look in a larger city. They're out there. Like we're in a small little town. We've got 2 large cities near us. They both have groups helping. They're just not promoted through TV and stuff. So you have to do some research. But if you get out and you start talking, you will find ways to get involved.
Get away from the TV.
Yeah, stop with the TV.
Stop with my older folks. I love you very much. You need to stop with the TV. Fox is lying. They give you a little bit of truth here or there just to get you in. No one is saying the truth, especially cable companies.
Oh, forget it. Yeah.
I mean, to find out half the things that are going on, you need to have local news.
Yeah.
And it's
Not
very
yeah.
short. Like they will put in a clip here or there, but it's not that
Yeah.
long,
Which I am going to boast about us really quick. I think this was cool. Speaking of local news, I am going to boast about us because even though we haven't done it for a while, I was looking up some stuff today and I typed in, DuckDuckGo exposing DSS in South Carolina or SC, and boom, we're number 2 on DuckDuckGo.
That's awesome.
I think, obviously that's all God, but we're right below Department of Social Services, and right below us is us exposing them. So to me, I am going to boast a little bit on us because we are trying to become better with our news stories and better with information, trying to get out and talk to people. And look at that, we made it number 2.
That's awesome.
That's
How come I'm sweating and you're not?
I don't know.
Being old, people.
Can you edit?
hurts.
Can
No.
you edit out the yelling?
Oh, I'm all up. Oh, yeah.
That's a TM.
No, don't let me take that quote.
But that
belongs
belongs
to not me. So,
But
yeah,
that's
I'm
our
just having fun.
That's our own little shout out to ourselves. But here's some more statistics from Stu Peters. I know there's things about him going on, but I just read the statistics. 83,000 children a month are vanished. That's 2,700 a day, 115 an hour, one every 30 seconds.
That's why I'm hot.
Just,
My spirit's
yeah.
lighting up on this stuff.
He's got a
Seriously.
new video out called These Little Ones. It's the same producers from Watch the Waters. It's about CPS exposing sex trafficking and stuff like that. He has a clip of it. That's not it. Over here, there's a professor at Harvard that helped him with this and everything. So if you just get and satanic ritual abuse is real. Stop trying to cover it up. Don't feel crazy saying it. It is real, especially with child abuse, with
Yes.
sex trafficking, all of it. It is real. You want to see it? It might be a little graphic, but it's in the Stu Peters video. So that's just some. We've pulled up some stories in different cities across the world or across the nation.
And listen, you don't know who to trust anymore. I know everybody's, it seems like everyone's backstabbing everybody or getting misinformation
Right.
is necessary. One. Two, you should be getting guided by God,
Mm-hmm.
period. And I don't care who's bad or who's good. As far as I'm concerned, everyone should have a shot at being saved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I will let God sort that out. See, because I have that kind of trust in Him that He's got my back. And I have literally experienced bad people around me that turned good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to be the judge. I'm not the judge. I only know me. That's it. So, and I'm working to make me better.
Yeah.
Can't do that for anybody else. When I see God, when I see Yahshua, He's talking to me only. He's not asking me how my brother is. He doesn't
Yep.
ask me what Katie's doing. He don't. It's me and him. So that's what I focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So don't worry. Focus on you. Make things better for you and God. Don't worry about who's bad or who's good. You research your information,
Pray on it.
you pray on it, and listen, you're not ever going to lose out on not sending someone money.
Yeah.
You're saving money
Yeah.
by doing that. Research. I'll give you a few of them that are not good. What is it? There
Where do
is
I start?
Boys Town? There's a few places that are huge. They are not good. Okay. I wouldn't
Yeah.
trust
Mm-hmm.
anything that has to do with Shriners.
Oh gosh.
I wouldn't have
no.
anything to trust.
Look
if
for
it
their
had to do with
symbols.
any of the symbols, the
The
Masons.
Masonic symbols, anything like that. Look for that. Shriners, all of that. Biker gangs, their Shriners. Just look for that. Look for their signs.
Yeah. And I could care less of giving blood, too, because,
You don't know where it's going.
nope.
Mm-mm. No, sorry.
Nope. There's just too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
But really, honestly, just do your own research. That's all you have to do. And don't shut out people that are going through this. Do you understand how painful it is when you sit there and tell someone that you don't believe them or they're high on crack or something when they're telling you what's going on in their lives? Do you know how painful that is?
Yeah. Yeah, what if that was you?
And it will
know?
be.
Yeah, careful.
Because what you do
Mm-hmm.
is coming back to you.
Yeah.
It's called karma, baby. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, depends on when for you.
Mm-hmm.
But it is real. So,
Yeah.
anything you can do to help. Just being a good, positive person. Go out and be happy and show a smile to others. Now, I do understand there's a lot of convicts out there right now that were released, and I understand there's a lot of people doing illegal things and getting
Yeah.
away with it. But I believe that is a period of time where people are to get exposed. They're
Mhm.
getting exposed, and they're showing themselves. Guess who's watching, and guess who's going to wait to lock them up?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Do you really think that you can get away with stealing? Someone's watching.
Someone's always
And
watching.
recording.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is just a time where people are they're recording on who they're going to lock up. So I'd be very wary and know that everything's a test.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
So what else we have right here? Is that a different? That's one
It's just
more?
a different story. There's a couple
Let's
stories.
go for it.
And this one was awful. But it was a mom or a grandmother that lost her grandchild. It's a long story, but she's standing here since that's been reported since 2020 in Texas. There was 103 children that have died in the foster care system. The story is about her grandchild, how she was. No one was arrested from what I had seen so far, but the child was severely beaten from what it looked like. You have to read the story. It's on fox7austin.com. But she's standing there, and like I said, it's a hard story to read, especially when you read what the child went through and everything. But obviously, she lost her grandchild, and she's trying to get justice for I think it was 103 or 108 children that have died in the foster in a year and a half. But yeah, I mean, it says right there, her arm was broken, her chest cavity was beaten in. It was her 3-year-old grandchild. There was burns. Nobody was arrested. They lost their home. They lost their grandchildren. It was a really hard story. I don't care, if the child went to foster care, that's the family's business, probably for the wrong reasons, like everyone, But for the child to lose their life and no one be arrested, no one ask any questions, and the child's beaten, they're in foster care. But what does DSS do? They cover. Well, this lady, she was fighting. Like I said, you can go ahead and read it. It's a hard story to read. But she is fighting for the 103 that have been reported. Not lost. These are ones that have died. God knows how many have been lost. But there's stories throughout that you can look up. Let's click that one. This one was a CPS employee and I'm sure a lot of you have seen this one. This one got really a lot of attention. She's telling the 14-year-old girl to become a prostitute. The 14-year-old was saying that she was hungry. And there's a CPS employee on camera telling the 14-year-old, become a prostitute. That's CPS. That's what we're dealing with. These people don't care.
Nope.
So
that's because they keep each other. They have like this little clique, and they keep each other employed.
Mm-hmm.
When actually there's a good person who would do a great job, they make sure that person doesn't get hired.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these people know each other.
Yep. They see your name. Yeah, they trust me, it's not. And you can see this one shares another one. There's an attack of a foster teen. The CPS worker just stands by and watches. I mean, it's just one story after another. You could easily look this up. We just try to do some nation ones because we cover a lot of local ones, but we try to do nationwide too. So it's all over America. It's not just South Carolina, which I believe personally South Carolina is like one of the hubs for this because it's really nasty here, very nasty. But we can obviously pull up stories about that next time and people that are involved because we got that Red Shoe Club in South Carolina. We got the Good Old Boy System in South Carolina. We got Obama that loves South Carolina. Biden was just in South Carolina with what's his dingbat son's name? Hunter. So South Carolina's huge.
That's not really him.
Right.
Well,
But, yeah.
I'm beyond that. But if that's what you think.
Yeah. So South Carolina's got like a big swarm for all of the trafficking, and it is being exposed. There's earthquake after earthquake here. We've had, I forgot what number we were up to. Last time I checked, it was like 86. That was the one with that was Stu Peters' video.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty much it. It was just some examples and everything of it going around the world, or the United States. So,
alrighty. So, all right,
there's
guys.
a lot going on here in South Carolina. We've got a lot of shift coming, a lot of changes coming.
Yes. 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 Our good Lord, I pray. I'm ready. I know we're all ready. Just be, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Work on your relationship with God, and
that's it.
It'll work. It'll work out. And be good to one another.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Be the smile. We can't just, run away, go home, and not be part of the world. If you think you're going to be taken by Jesus, maybe Jesus wants you to work on trying to bring heaven here instead, since that's what it says on the Our Father.
On earth as it is in heaven. Yep.
What are you going to do here? Okay?
Yeah.
That's what he wants to know. How many talents are you hiding, or are you making?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm going to tell you, doing it, you don't have to do it alone. You can email us, join us in the fight, or find someone to go ahead and fight with.
Yep.
But know that you're not alone. We're to do this together.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
know?
feel free to reach out. We are on Rumble, YouTube, Getter,
Yes, we want to be an inspiration.
You're on Getter.
We're not just going to give you all this bad news. I mean, there's a lot of good news too, you know.
We're getting. Don't look at her. Sorry.
So, you know, we still have loved ones. We still, you know.
We're hanging in there. Yep.
Yeah.
Crying on the inside.
Sometimes on the outside.
Depends on where you are.
We just need to get together. We need to stick
Yeah.
together. We need to fight when we got to fight, but you don't got to fight alone.
Yep. And any local stories in your area, please feel free to share with us. Obviously, the internet won't tell you everything, but you know, we know a lot of you around the country watch. So if you can share your stories, share any personal experiences, we will leave you anonymous if you ask, or any stories, any any groups that you see that you know you want to promote for donations that are also helping in your local area, we can put it on here too. Anything we can do to help.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so that should be it.
Okay. All right, everybody.
We'll see you
Love
soon.
you. Be safe. And stay with God.